Okay, so we will start our today's session. So today's first thing we will be doing is to implement the CRUD operations, and we will try to complete the user grant functionality as well. So first thing I will first demonstrate and code the these two functionalities, and then after that we can take doubts and other things, another errors you are facing. So then we will look into that part. So like in the previous part, we have completed the implementation of APIs, and now you can implement the role-based access control. So have you all tried it? And so all you can get.
Yes, I did the register and login part. Register part is working fine. I sensed the new user with all the inputs, but my login didn't work.
Okay, okay. So that we will. So after completing this, I will look into that part. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. What about others? Kaushik, Rajat, K. Hari.
Yeah, Nishkars, I'm yet to really be able to try all of that out. I haven't found time much, but yeah, I will catch up soon.
Sure. Okay, okay. And Pratik and K. Hari.
Sir, I showed you my
Yes,
progress
yes,
on this one.
yes,
Okay.
yes. Yeah. Pratik and yes, your voice is not coming, Pratik. If you can comment, put it in the chat box, that is also fine. And last one, Connect Kar, if I am pronouncing correctly.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Have you tried these functionalities, like what we have done?
Not the functionalities, but I made like the basic setup, what we did in
Okay,
the first session.
okay. So, okay, okay. Then I will look into the doubts. Okay, so first thing we will try to create is a okay. So now we will create a category table first. So first we will complete the backend logic, and then we will move ahead with the front end logic part. So class category table dot model table dot integer primary key equals true. Okay. So I have created a basic category table which will have its ID and the name, and we will create some dummy data as well. So if category dot query account fruits equal name fruits vegetables equal category dairy part. So we have created we are creating three categories: fruit, vegetables, and dairy. and we will add in our session. So db.session.add underscore all fruits, vegetables, dairy. Already exist. So this is done. I will create this product. Okay, so you can see we have created a category table which have fruits, vegetable, and dairy. Uh, Now we will move ahead with writing our backend logic. So for that, so one way is to write the whole code in the same app.py part, but let's try a different approach. So you want this app.py to just have the starting sign up and login resource, but for the other management, you want to put into a different category file. So same way, I will be creating a um, management folder. This folder management, and in this, let's create category.py. So we will create a category.py to manage all our categories part. So this is how you can implement different things and not to make your main app.py a little bit more uh, in a proper format. So we will use Blueprint to register this py code to our application. Then request from flask underscore restful import API comma resource recparse category. Now I will just use category underscore bp blueprint. So blueprint is like a contract which we create for an application, and we can bind this contract to any particular application. So we will be binding it to app.py part. So contract, uh, yes, yes, you can ask it out. A hello. Uh, you have raised your hand, right, Aya Kutti? Hello. Oh, okay. So now we will create a category. So we are creating an API and registered it using our blueprint part. So it will automatically register this API. When we will link our this blueprint to our main application, it will automatically link the API as well to our application. And next thing is, let's say class category resource def get. So first we will write a get method. So in this category is equals to category dot query dot all, and then we will just return it. So category dot id category dot name for category and categories. So this is how you what we will just do. So we are doing is we are calling our table category column. We are querying the all the database, and then we are just converting into a proper JSON format and sending it to the front end side. Next thing we will do is we will define a post method through which we will be able to create uh, new categories. So request parser dot add argument. So now next thing we will do is we are just checking it that certain in our database by certain name which we have passed in the front end side, some category exists or not. Message category already exists, comma 400, and then if nothing else, so if everything is fine, so we will just call category name for db.session.add new category db.session.commit category created successfully, and we will give a code 200 code. Now the next thing we will do is put method which we will be using to update our category. So parser equals to request dot let me just copy this, and we will add another thing parser dot add argument comma id type int comma. So we need the id part here because we will be changing the name of a particular category. So to search in our database we will be using id. uh, we will be using id to find a particular uh, row in our database. Then category equals to category dot query dot get args id. So this will give us the particular id. So id is a unique and the primary key. So all we by default we will only get a single row, and if not category not found 404 category dot name equals to, and we are just calling the category, we are updating the category name, and then we are just closing the commit, and we will return a message category updated successfully. So now what we have done is we have written a code for updating, like for fetching the database and sending it to the front end, creating a new database, and this is updating a new updating, and the last thing remains is deleting. So now this thing will remain same. Add name will remove. We just need the ID part, and this condition also will remain same. So we will just check if does not exist, then category not found, and if exists, then db dot delete category db dot session dot commit category deleted successfully 200 code. Now the last thing remains is to add a resource API. So category resource comma slash category. So this is how we have written the API for category management. Now the next thing we will do is we will register it in our front end side. registered in the app.py side. So how you can do is just from management dot category you have to import category BP, and then in this part you I think app dot register blueprint category BP, comma, you can give a URL prefix as well, slash API. So now what does URL prefix means is whenever we will try to access a particular API, let's say post or something, so we don't have to do um, like the usual API would be like the API for which we are sending the GET request, and that would be slash API slash category. So this would be the API which we would feed in the front end side to call the get method, post method, or any other method in the front end side for this particular class category systems. So this is the backend side implementation of CRUD operations. So now any doubt in this part you can ask. Uh, any doubts? Yes, yes.
Hello.
Kaushik.
Yeah, so could you please just explain the register blueprint again? I think I missed something here. I'm not sure I understand the register blueprint part.
So okay. So what we have done is we have created a blueprint in the category.py. This category BP equals to blueprint. So this is a contract, but right now it is not linked to our application. Otherwise, application does not know we have created a category.bp or something, and we want to use this py file for our application as well. So we created a blueprint. Now the thing is we have to register it to our application. So first thing we have done is we have import from management. So management is the folder name, dot category is the file. So dot means and dot is inside the management folder, and then the category is the name of the file. From where what we are doing, we are importing the variable of blueprint. So we have registered the blueprint with the name of category underscore BP.
Uh, I don't understand what is the need for this blueprint function. I mean, why do we need this module at all? Blueprint module from Flask.
So how like then how you will register these APIs in your main.app.py. So previously one way is you write all your class and APIs and all the things in a single app.py. But
Oh,
let's say you want to make it a little bit more easier, like the best practice should be to create multiple py files inside any one folder, so that it is easy for you and for in the proctor side as well. It will looks good that you are maintaining and creating the app, like the backend side properly. So it app.py, if you put everything in the app.py, it can become a little bit congested part. So that's why this is another way. So by way we can create a category.bp or other py files, and we can register it in the app. And so we can create multiple py files. Let's say you want to do service management or um login management or other. So you can create like you can create a auth folder, and that you can put login or authorization.py something, and there you can maintain all the login and the sign up logic there. So you just in the app.py you just doing registering the blueprints and nothing else. So that is also a way. So different ways you can create a backend side.
okay, okay. I think yeah, I understand now. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay. Now we will what we will do is we will go ahead with creating a file, category manage.u. Let's do this one. We will register it here as well. So import category manage from this category manage category manage, category manage. Um, so we have created a view file and we have registered it in our router as well. Now let's do one thing as well. Require sort, and we will use this part as well. So no other person would be able to access this. The first thing we will do is template div category management. So what is the logic behind what like the logic would be in the top you will be seeing an option to create a new category. So you will be seeing an input box and a submit button. So through that you can submit a particular category um, in your application. So let's create a form. Under it, submit dot prevent add category. In this, we will give our input box, type would be text, v model, new category name, placeholder, enter category name and a required field, and then a button. Type would be submit, add category. So this is the form for creating a new category. So first thing is this, and then next thing we will create a table. So below that we will be able to see uh, at the existing categories. So what we will do, we will create a if let's say filtered categories of land greater than 0, and here let's say we do one thing as well. We will create a okay let's So what we are doing is if the this table will only be shown if our filter dot categories or our database will have something to be shown. If nothing else, then it would show nothing. Then we will create a t head, tr, th. So first thing is the ID, name, and here we will give some actions. So what we will see what t body, tr. So we will be using free for loop uh, to look into the category. So for categories, so it is like for category in filtered categories, uh, key category dot id. So what we are doing is usually in the v4, like how to implement for like in the med one you should be using Jinja. There you would be doing like for in inside like this one, for category in categories or something. So you would be using this, and after this part also you have to end this as well. So something like that you would be doing. But in the view you don't we don't have to end this part. We can usually just write a for loop, and until this tag would end, this for loop would be considered inside it. Now what we are doing, we are creating a for loop, and we are creating a key element. So key element category dot id is the unique element through which this thing will be implemented. So name can be different on so key is a primary key through which we can search different things. So that's why we are using key hour as category dot id, and tt So input box, type text, vmodel, category, dot name, disable, category. So what we are doing is, first thing in the first column we will be seeing the IDs, and in the next column we are seeing the names of our database. But instead what we are doing is, by default this will be an input box which is disabled, and when we click on input, so we will be creating two buttons inside this. One is the edit and second one is the remove. So when we will hit the edit button, we will be so this input box will be enabled, and you will be will be able to editing category ID. You will be able to edit and change the name of that particular ID, and then start editing. Okay. And then you can just you will see a save button or something, and then you can just uh, execute the thing. So v dash else at click save category category. So what we are doing is, first in the VF condition. So if the currently the row for which we want to do an edit, if we do if the current row is not in the edit mode, then you will be seeing an edit button. But if we have click on an edit mode for a particular row, you would be seeing a save button. So instead of that, you would be seeing that. And next, the last button we would be putting is delete delete category delete button. So this is our table where ends. Now here we will put the VL. So this VL is linked to this part. So we have put a if condition that if it is greater than 0, then this table will shown. But for the else, what we will show is no categories found. So this is the template part of it. So what we are putting is, first thing, we have a main header which is category management, and then we have a form to create a new category where we will be seeing an input box and a submit button through which we will be able to see the new categories. The next thing is the filter table part, where if the data previously already exists, then you would be able to see this database where we have ID, we will showing names and some actions. So actions can be an edit and a delete task. Now what we are doing, we are showing the name in an input box which is disabled by default. Until we click on edit button, this input box will be not be enabled, and you will not be able to change anything inside it. And then once done, you can click on save button, and then this particular changes will happen on the back end side. And this is the delete task. So this will this way whatever you can delete a particular category as well. Now we will write the JavaScript logic of it. So first thing is to import Axios from Axios, export default data, return categories, new category name, a null, editing category ID, filtered categories. Okay. This dot load. So now what we are doing is, we are writing a mounted functionality. So what it does is, whenever your this page particular category manage.view will be loaded, So whatever the function which you have mentioned inside the mounted part will be triggered automatically. You don't have to trigger is something. So this dot load categories, what it will be doing is it will send a request to the backend part get the to send a get request to get the database from the backend, and we will be saving it inside the filter categories part. So async load categories, let's say try const response await axios dot get slash API slash category, and this dot filter categories equals to response dot data, and then just if we are getting some error, so console dot error loading category error. So this is the function for fetching our categories. Now next function we will be writing is async add category. So same way try const response await axios dot post slash API slash, and we have to send our database. So name this dot new category name console dot log category added this dot new. So once we have created a new category and it is successful, we will make the this new dot category name to again an empty string, and the next thing is we will call load categories again. So what it will do, so whenever a new changes will happen, always it is preferred to call this the function which is taking care of your populating your data in the front end side, to call it again. So this whatever the changes have that is being happen in the front in the back end will be reflected immediately after you do a certain task in your front end side as well. And same way, ever adding category error. So this which now we will write delete category. So most of the things would be now this would remain same. This would be delete. This would be data ID column category dot ID, category deleted, and we will load the category again, and deleting category. So this is the logic for delete category. So we are just sending the ID to the backend side, and then the backend will take care, will call this ID, and then on the basis of that it will delete the category if everything goes fine. So we will in the console we will be seeing category deleted successfully. Otherwise we would be seeing uh, using save category false response equals to await axios dot post category dot id and name category dot name console dot log category updated response dot data this dot editing category id equals to null and this dot load categories error updating category. Now the last thing is start editing part. So in this start editing, what we will just do this dot editing category id is equals to category dot id. That's it. So this is the logic behind the category manage part. Now we will show it in the front end side. What is category manage 99? We would be seeing 58. One error response will assign a value but never used. Okay. Console response data. Now we will see it here. So this thing is login, admin password. Now now you can see we are seeing an input box for creating a category. We are seeing in our existing columns as well. So wait, I think this should be category.py. We manage not equal to refresh. Okay, so now you can see we are not able to edit. We are able to see the uh, columns, so fruits, vegetables, and this, but we are not able to edit. So let's click on fruits and then fruits product. We have given a new name and click on save. Now you can see the new name has been um, the name has been updated successfully. If I refresh it here, so here also you are able to see the new name fruits product. Let's create a new thing. Let's say statics category. We are a new category has been created successfully, and if we want to delete, we can click on delete button, and you will be able to see a delete. So delete has been also been triggered in this part as well. So this is how CRUD operations work. Uh, Now, any particular doubt in this part, the CRUD operations, any CRUD operations you have doubt in? Yes, Pratik. Pratik, your voice is not coming. Anyone else have any doubt? If there is some mic issue or something, you can put it in the chat box as well. I will read it from there as well. Then, okay, then next thing also I will add it in this part is, let's create a search bar here so you that you can able to see, you can put, so it will be a dynamic search bar. So in this we don't have to depend on the backend. Okay, like what is the particular doubt, like what you don't understand in the edit and save? So usually what we are doing is, so why we need edit and save button is weave part. Okay, so let's say कि right now we are in the front, right now in this phase we are where we are able to see the name, but we want to edit a particular name. So one way is you click on edit button, you redirected person to a something, some other pages with a category id, and then there you will feed a new name or something, and then click on save or cancel button, and then certain tasks will happen. Or you create an overlay type of thing, so you click on edit and overlay type of window will open, and then there you can feed the new name, and then you would be able to edit. And second way is, what you can do is, so you can show the particular category names in the input box itself. You can design it however you like, and then whenever you click on edit, the particular input box will be enabled. So by enable means, now if you see previously we were not able to edit, so we are not able to edit this part. Once we click on edit, this particular box will be enabled. So weave just taking care of, and also the weave is what we are doing. Now let's say I put some new name or something. Now a user should able to see a button of save or something. So if you make the changes or something, so then how you will proceed ahead to trigger a put request in the backend side. So that's why we are putting a save button. So when we click on save, it will trigger the backend, and that the new particular name will be sent. Otherwise, if you do not do anything, then nothing will happen. So it will remain same as it is. So that's why here we are using edit and save button. You can also add cancel button as well. So in this part, instead of this, say cancel, put this as well. Cancel category, and cancel category, and this dot editing category ID is question mark. Now Let's click on edit. So now you are seeing two buttons. So by cancel, you can go back to your task. You can go back out. You can come out of editing part, and if save button, you can trigger the save part, save or cancel. And if we are in edit mode, you would be not seeing a delete button. So we have hide the delete button also. So any one of them you, so any one you will be able to work. So this is how. Okay. Okay. So we are putting a search button here. We model search query placeholder search categories at input filter categories. Now search query. So this will be a dynamic. So previously, I think in the MAD one you would be using it like whenever you type something in the categories or some in the search bar, you have to you would send a backend request, and then that particular backend request will update the like will filter out and then send you the new data in the filtration. So instead in this part response data this categories. Now we will write another function filter categories. So const query equals to this dot search query to lower case. So what we are doing, if you are typing a capital letter or something, we are just converting that particular query to a lowercase format, and then we are applying the filter. So this dot filter dot categories, this dot categories dot put a filter category dot name dot to, it should also be in lowercase, includes query. So first we store the query in a lower case format inside this query variable. Then what we are do in the filter dot query, what we are doing, like apply a filter on this on the basis of this dot categories. What we are doing, only keep the categories on which the category dot name, which we have converted to lowercase as well, includes the query. So it is similar to something, then we would just keep it. So filter, I think some spelling mistake. Filter categories. Filter categories. So let's say oh, I was not saying-
Sir, is the placeholder spelling is any concern, sir? E is missing.
yes, thank you. Okay, not it includes. Oh, so what happened? This dot filtered categories. the clock start input type text, model, search queries. Okay, remodel. Yes, okay, now it's working. So let's say dairy, dairy. Uh, so now you can see whatever the products columns that are present in our database, we are able to search them using the search bar, and however you type, like say all in capitals or something, so you would be seeing the results. And as soon as you will remove the you will just clear out the search bar, everything else, so all the categories will start showing in the page, in the front end page. So this is how the search functionality, which is also dynamics and not depend on the backend side, so it reduce some of the loads from the front end, from the backend side as well. So this is how a search functionality also implemented. Now, any doubts in this part? Anyone have any doubts regarding search CRUD operations or anything? Okay. So next thing we will try to complete or demonstrate is um, first thing. If you have any doubts, you can ask. Um, okay. Okay. Then yes.
Hello, Nishkars.
Yes, Kaushik.
Yeah, so I must leave now because there is a PDSA live coding session, that starts right away.
Oh, okay. Fine.
I'll catch up. I'll try to catch up before the next main session. All right.
Yeah. Until this part, your everything is clear, right?
More or less, more or less. No, I still have to, work
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
it and then, to be sure that I understand the whole part. But I mean, theoretically, at least by looking at the code, I think I do. But again, I have to work on it before I am sure that I understand.
Okay. Okay. No problem.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Nishkar. I'll see you in the next session. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye.
Hi Niskash, this is Ayakutty.
Yes.
Niskash, actually I started today only because I could not attend the live classes earlier.
Okay.
So just watching the video and I just now that made the setup ready environment. Just has to be followed. Uh, One doubt is that there is two projects available for me to choose. Which one to choose, or is there anything to be done or something like that?
Right. In which term you have completed your Mad One project? Like if it is in the previous term or
I think completely long back.
okay, long back, then mm, I think both are fine because if you have completed the Mad One project in the previous term, then I would be suggesting to go ahead with the influencer management. But now both projects are fine. But if you want, even go ahead with influencer because it has been already been done in previous session in previous term as well. So uh, in groups or that would be like everybody have done something. So if you want some help or something in the group as well, so that you would be way easy to get help in that part instead of this service. So service is a new project, so everybody on first time will be working on it. So it takes some time uh, for everyone. So yeah, you can go ahead with influencer one. That is also a good project.
Okay, okay. And second thought is that today I was setting up the VS Code as well as the WSL. Uh, I just confused because WSL I had a different NPM and VS Code has a different NPM. Is it good or should I synchronize or how it is? That confused.
Like VS Code have different what
NPM
and
installation. When I see the version over there, it is
yes.
showing different version over here, and in that WSL it shows a different version. When I put that npm space underscore space
Okay.
hyphen
Okay,
v.
so though both are different terminals, so WSL is a Ubuntu base, and I think the in the VS Code by default you would be having opening the PowerShell terminal. So both side different versions of npm would have been installed, but I think you can go ahead with WSL more because for backend task as well we would be using WSL to implement in Windows.
Okay, okay.
Yes.
And the video, some of the parts that your screens are not visible, only that your audio is there. I don't know how to
Like
understand this.
which
Uh,
video? First one or second?
First one.
Okay, first one was mostly like I was I think it's explaining things in the first one. From second, I think it is consistent. So
Okay. Yes, the first one only the environment was getting ready,
yes,
and
yes, that there it was less screen sharing than more talk. So not a problem. If you see the second video, then you will be seeing more the screen sharing part as well.
okay, then I should focus on more on the second video, right?
From second, we started doing the login part, login and sign up and other things. So that's it.
Okay, okay. So, I think I will maybe I have to, in the future also. Today is a holiday, so I could able to join today here. But otherwise, in the working days, I will not able to. And so I only depend on the videos only.
Oh, okay. Okay, then in these 2 days, you can try to complete videos and look ahead as well. So, like any errors you have, you can post in the chat as well, or you can join the doubt clearance during this 2 days time.
Okay, okay, okay. Sure.
Yeah.
I'll
Sir,
do that.
sir, I have a question, sir.
Yes, Rajat.
Sir, will we have this the access to these videos till this term, in this term, whole term?
Yes.
Okay, sir. And will you upload these videos on YouTube also, or will we have to, or we have to see it like this only now?
No, no. One, I think I've put up the second video on YouTube and shared the YouTube link as well. For the third session, I would be uploading it today, and same for the fourth. I will upload it today as well because I was outside, so I couldn't able get a time to upload the
Fine, sir.
video on YouTube. So I will be uploading that on the YouTube and share the link as well for that as well.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah. Now, uh, now let's. Okay, so we have. Okay, so we have created a user, and you are seeing we are not approved right now. So in the login as well, API and user dot approve equal true. That is also we need. Okay, we can put if user dot approve return. Yeah, please wait for approval. So now you can see the store manager is not able to log in the page, and now we would be creating user grant functionality that you will be creating for your application as well. So in the influencer management, the service, the company would not be able to log in directly, and for the service provider will not be able to log in directly. It has to go through a service a check from the admin side. So that's we will implement in this part as well. So first thing, so we have admin dashboard. Now here we will create manager managing part. We will create a table. So BF equals to pending managers dot length Thead, tr, th, name, username. I think we don't have this part. And th. You can add more columns on the basis of what is how your user table looks, and the action. Now t body in this tr block. So v4 manager and pending managers key manager.id td manager.name and sorry, username td. We will give a button on click confirm approval and confirm rejection. Reject. So we would be seeing two options, approve and a reject button, and on the basis of what we click you would be able to uh, delete a particular else. You would be able to approve or disapprove a particular store manager. uh, no new manager. Now we will create a VF show confirmation model. H2 confirmation title E confirmation message. So it is like a overlay type of window where we would be able to see we would be able to see what is the approval is for, like we are approving it or rejecting it, and we would be confirm. So handle confirmation row button click handle confirmation false answer. So this is the template. Now we will write the script logic for it. So import Axios from Axios, export default uh, we have username only json.parse. So this is how you can call you can save. So if in the application side, so we are seeing a user inside this, we are able to see username and this. Now we want to fetch it from the local storage to our part. So we just use json.parse local storage dot get item user dot username. We need user id json dot parse local storage dot get item user dot id pending managers show confirmation model confirmation title pending manager to handle none. So this is for the database. Now we will do is created so this dot fetch pending managers and console dot log fetch pending managers. So first function we would be writing is fetching the manager access token local storage. So now what we are doing is we are we are saving our access token in the backend side and sorry in the local storage, and we would be using this for protect. So like how you were previously using login required or something, now we will use JWT required so that we can secure our application and no an authenticated person would be able to send a request. So axios dot cat slash API slash admin slash pending managers, comma. So this is how you usually send authorization token, authorization bearer dollar access token. So this is how an access token being sent from the front end to the back end side. Then if everything is fine, so this dot pending managers equals to response dot data, and if there is some error console dot error let's say now next thing we will do is handle manager action manager id status. So handle manager will take care of sending the request to the backend side. Same for this, we will be using an access token local storage dot cat item token cons data manager underscore id manager id comma status axios dot post slash API slash admin pending managers comma data comma authorization the other access token dot this dot fetch pending manager. So we will just update the fetch pending managers list, and then fetch error console dot log error. Now first thing is confirm approval manager. This dot pending managers approve manager. This dot confirmation message approve approve manager dot name manager request. So confirmation model confirm rejection. So this would be approve reject reject. And last thing is handle confirmation is confirm. So if is confirmed, if this dot confirmation this dot handle manager action this dot pending manager to handle dot id comma approve else if this dot confirmation title reject manager this dot handle manager action reject. So what we are doing once we click on the save or cancel button, so after the thing, the overlay which we will be seeing should be closed. So this dot show confirmation model will close the overlay, and we will empty out the confirmation title and this confirmation message to null again, and emptied out the pending managers to handle to null. So this is the 49 47. Direct line number. Oh, okay. Now it's running. So this is the front end logic. Now we will write the logic for the back end as well. Before that, one thing also what you can do is uh, app.py. So you don't want your you have to put the URL again and again. So to come out from that thing, what you can do is import Axios from Axios, and then Axios dot default dot base URL equals to, and instead of doing there you can just put the URL here, and then you don't need to mention the URL again and again. You can go ahead with the uh, just mentioning the route, and it will take care. Const Axios instance Axios dot create this URL. Now here what you can do, const app equals to create app 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 dot use router app dot use store app dot config dot global properties Axios Axios instance, and last thing is app dot mount app, and now we don't need this line. Okay, and so now you don't have to put the this base URL again and again in every page. You can just go ahead with a single one, and that would be fine. So main.js. Now we will write the backend logic of it. So I will write it here. So class pending managers.
What is the purpose of this confirm manager?
So if you have seen, go through the documentation of your project. So the need of this thing is, whenever a certain service provider logs sign up in your application, first it should be confirmed from the admin side, and then he will be able to
Yes.
log in.
Okay, okay. But we can achieve it by keeping a boolean field with a true or false value. When the person register first time register for service professional, it will be automatically in false. And if the admin can make it true, and then he can be approved. No, we can do the in that way also. No?
Yeah, that's what we are doing, right? If you see, when we log in, sign up as a store manager,
Yeah.
we set the approved thing to false, so this zeros only appear.
Okay.
So now the admin would be able to see all the list of pending managers whose approval is
Okay.
false, and then he
Okay.
can approve it.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So @JWT underscore required def get self. So first for the get request, pending managers equal to user dot query dot filter by approved uh, approved equal false comma role store dash manager dot all. So it will just put a query and show us all the pending managers. Now pending managers data it's none for manager and pending managers manager underscore data equals to id manager dot id manager dot username pending managers data dot append uh, manager data and then return JSONify pending managers data. So now if we just check this one, let's log in as an admin password. Okay, network. Sorry, I have API dot add resource pending manager comma slash API refresh it again. This is the one unauthorized. Okay, category. Fetch pending managers authorization DRR. Okay. Uh, okay, now you can see the username it's showing, and we are seeing two options: approve and reject. Now if I click on approve, so like this is the overlay. So approve undefined manager request. Same way reject. Uh, so confirmation message. Oh, username. Username. Approve. Yeah, approve users manager request. So this is type of overlay we would be seeing. Now we would write the other logic, which is the post logic in the backend. So this JWT required. Def post self data equals to request dot get underscore JSON. Uh, manager underscore ID equals to data dot get manager underscore ID, and status equals to data dot get status. Now if not manager underscore ID status, in request data. So here what we are just saying is, if we are not getting the manager ID or the status, so status should also be approve or reject. Anything other than that is also an error. So we just make sure that we are getting a proper thing, and if everything is fine, then we will just get the user from the user ID, and if not user, return JSONify message user not found 404, and if status equal approve, then user dot approve equal true. Otherwise uh, otherwise db dot session dot delete user, we will delete the user. You can keep it, just keep it as it is also. There is, so how you like it to be, and we will close the session, and then we will just return a JSONify message. Manager action successfully processed almost 200. uh, that is one thing. JSON. So now refresh it. Refresh. Okay, you will be seeing now. If I let's click on approve and then confirm. So I think we got some error. Object of type response is not JSON serious. I okay. Let's click on approve, confirm, check the payload, manager ID and status, sending. And this is also fine. This I think approve, approve, again. Hmm. Not, not approve, approve, response with admin dashboard. And the handle confirmation, handle confirmation, this dot handle manager action. Approve, 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 approve. Yes. Manager action successfully processed. Here, check status approve. Payload status approved in this part. Approve, approve. Okay, yeah. Now you can see the user has been approved successfully. Now if we go to login and try to log in, you can see we are being sent to store dashboard and now you are able to log in. But for let's say a new let's user, let's create a new store manager, and if I try to log in through this credential, so please wait for approval from admin. So if, let's say admin password. So now you are seeing user one. If I refresh, you would be seeing a new user. Let's reject this approval, confirm, refresh this page. You can see the data has been now deleted successfully. So this is how you can also implement the task for user approval in your application as well. Now, any doubts in this part, you can ask. Any particular doubt anyone have in this part? Okay. Okay, then if no one have any doubts, then we can end this session in the next session. So we are mostly completed with we also completed the search functionality. So search functionality is done, CRUD operations are done, granting uh, access to a application like granting sign up approval or something, that is also done. Models creation, API, RBAC and token based creation, that is also done. So we have mostly, if you see, we have already crossed more than 60% of your work. Our work is done. Now the things remaining is the backend jobs only. So now I think it would be good. You can start working on your projects and implement. So we will be having 3-day doubt clearance session. In this 3-day session, I would request everyone to go through all the CRUD operations and everything and look into the part, look ahead and work on your project as well. And if you have any doubt, and then ask me in that regarding any particular doubts you have in the session. And I have already pushed the code in the GitHub as well, so you can look into the GitHub part as well. uh, I think the code is updated now, so now it's time to work on your project as well. So now, okay, so this is from my side. You have any particular doubts or anything, or you have no doubts, please react with thumbs up or some sign, or just raise your hand so that I can know. Yes, KRE.
That I have asked you that
Yes,
doubt you
yes,
said.
that we will doing, yeah.
Okay, right. Fine.
Others, Kothai, Ishwar, uh,
Yeah, yeah. I have some problem with the login screen. It's not working. The
okay, can
register
you,
is working.
yes, yes, can you share your screen?
Yeah, yeah. Give me 5 minutes. I'll connect. I'm in tab. I'll connect it in my desktop and then I'll connect.
Okay, okay, sure. And yes, Ayakutti, have you tried any doubts or something you have? Ishwar, both of you have any doubts? Okay, Kiari, I will be sending the updated code to you in the personal chat. So replace the code and try again. And okay,
Okay, sir. Sir, one more doubt shall I ask you, sir?
yes, yes, sure.
Sir, actually, I made a table for the users in a single one. That is both the profession as well as the customer